All
Yeah, I
right,
can hear you
people.
now.
Okay, great. All right, people. If you're joining us, welcome to the show Lasgidi Effect. My name is GBEMIGA, and obviously we have the big man MOSSYBOY. MOSSYBOY, how's it going? How's it going today?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Not too bad. It's just same old, and I can't. I just can't wait for the next season to start. It's just real football to come back. Because man, I'm just not looking forward to the Euro anyway. So I will watch it. It's not like I'm not gonna watch it, but it's something to kind of keep you busy in the summer. But
Yeah.
when Premier League is back, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for right
You-
now.
You're
Yeah.
right. I mean, I think usually, so when the season ends in May,
Mhm.
so from that May to September, honestly, people are just the bottom is epic, because it's
Mm.
almost like except maybe there's the World Cup. Most of the time, it's
Mhm.
almost like there's no real football going on,
Yeah,
and you
that's
just
right.
can't wait. And then we have, I mean, if you're an Arsenal fan, you know how we wait for transfer news every day.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the only thing that I kind of, what thing they kind of annoy me most is you see this Arsenal thing, yeah, they link to everybody. By the end of the transfer window, they go just sign one person. Like, waiting they happen here, waiting they go on. I was like,
uh,
who they run this club? Who be the
we-
who they for this club? Then they negotiate the
brother,
transfer
not
transfer
true,
process.
not true, not
Me,
true.
I don't tell you, say this thing. You see this club. Me, I don't believe in their process. So forget. I don't believe their process at all.
Not true,
Yeah.
not true. Anyways,
One
we'll
thing.
talk.
One thing.
You know
One.
what?
Yeah.
Hold
Go on.
on. We'll get into all of that Arsenal stuff quickly. Let's
Yeah.
just like introduce the show,
Mm,
and then we'll get into all of the banter in a minute.
yeah.
So
Tick tock, time na money. Ori, me, jeka sheko yori. Lick it, come and take me away to the place of my desire. I don't wanna be there.
yes, everybody, is the show Lasgidi Effect. Just a bunch of Niger lovers of football. We just come together to talk about football, to talk about Arsenal, and we try to infuse a bit of our, local Niger dialect as well. So you hear a bit of Pidgin, you go hear Pidgin, you go hear Yoruba, you go hear different languages. If Akuma there now, you go start to speak in ancestor language. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. Typically, we'll be four guys on this
Mm,
call, but today it's just MOSSYBOY and I. I see in the chat already, Mark Lewis is already, saying GBEMIGA. Thanks for the love, Mark Lewis. Thanks for watching the show. So yeah. MOSSYBOY and I were just bouncing about us now and the transfer window, how we typically behave.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
to quickly remind the people as well that Tade and Akuma they can't make it today, so they got some one or two things to attend to, and yeah, I'm sure they will be back next week as well.
Yeah. So MOSSYBOY, please finish your thought about Arsenal and the transfer window before we get into the
Man,
main gist for today, brother.
I just scroll on my phone and I saw what's it called, like a message on there, or someone posted on Instagram to say who you gonna give the player of the season in this Arsenal squad. I said nobody in that Arsenal squad deserves nothing. The only person that deserves anything is the fans, because they ruin the season for the fans. Those players do, including the manager, deserve nothing apart from the fans alone.
Bro,
So
naturally they talk, or they actually
yeah,
scatter this season for the fans because,
I'm
bro,
telling
I'll give you one gist when the season
yeah.
one starts. Because
Mm,
normal, I don't know if you have these WhatsApp groups, but I did some WhatsApp
mm,
groups where boys
yeah,
they bant about the ball, right? So say
yes.
Chelsea signed so many players,
Hmm.
ZH,
Yeah.
Aved, signed plenty, Timo Werner, and
Hmm.
then one Chelsea guy had come, and obviously we are just beating Chelsea in the FA Cup final now.
Yeah,
So when
yeah.
Chelsea guy was coming to say, look at our team, were bad this season, and Frank Lampard,
Mm.
everything. And me,
Yeah.
with all the confidence of just beating them in the FA Cup, I was telling him point blank that, see, this season, Arteta,
Mm.
you saw what he did last season. This season, we're definitely making top four. You, Chelsea, are
um,
just buying stars. My manager knows
mm.
how to get the best out of his players. Blah blah.
Out of the player,
We
yeah.
had one heated argument that day. The guy, they tell me, say, I don't
Mm.
know, bro. Now I know if you talk for that
Mm.
WhatsApp group
You
again.
know,
I
if you talk,
just I got
now,
quiet
you
because if
just
I
be
talk
quiet
anything, the
because
banter they will throw at me.
it's just because of the way. Because I can understand, I completely understand where if I and Tade they banter ourselves regarding the managers, or I can understand where it is coming from. However, I've said it so many times. However, it's not. We know, everybody knows that we want the owner to go. We want someone else to come in that love the club, that wants the success for the club, that know that a football person to be there. But it's not the owner that put out the tactics. It's not the owner that put select the player. It's not. Is it the when Xhaka started playing left back? Is it the owner that asked Xhaka to go and play left back?
Of course not.
But it's not the owner now. There's some things that the owner have his own fault for, but there are some things on the pitch that the manager has to take responsibility for. We know that we don't have. However, one thing I just heard the news. Yeah, I started to hear the news yesterday. Say Antonio Conte don't leave Inter. If Arsenal won't be big club where them talk say them be. I they beg them now. Make them get rid of this man. Make them go get this Antonio Conte. Antonio
Continue.
Conte go to Chelsea when Chelsea was 10th in the table. He won the title. Chelsea did the same position where we did right now. They no qualify for Europa League. They no win. They no get anything that year. Then they Antonio Conte come that time. It took them all the way to win the title. So why can't Arsenal
True.
just go and get that
I
type of
think,
manager?
even regarding the Conte issue, I think because I
Yes.
was reading a little bit about it, and then they talk say
Mm.
the reason why Conte come out be say in they tell the board
Mm.
say make them buy more players, make them plan to win
No.
trophy, make them plan to win the league
Trophy.
again. And
Uh-huh.
apparently that's not the priority of the board. The board they
Mm-hmm.
want to sell some of the players like Lukaku and a bunch of these guys, and they want to cash out. And it
Mm-hmm.
made me realize that different owners, different boards, they have different priorities in this football.
Mm-hmm.
There's some boards who their priority is to win trophies, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some boards who
Yeah.
their priority is just to raise players, then cash out and make money. Either one is
Mm-hmm.
fine. But it's just that
Mm-hmm.
we as supporters of us now, we want to win trophies. That's our priority. But I'm beginning to
Yeah.
think that maybe that is not really the priority of our board. Maybe they
Mm.
just want to make money. And as long as
Yeah.
that mismatch exists,
Mhm.
we'll always have these problems.
To me, I don't want to wait 3 years before. Okay, when Atata, but we hear that he's saying that, okay, in 3 years time we're gonna be winning. Forget about that, man.
Our
I
wants to
want to
win
win
now.
trophy. We want to win trophy now, but it's
Anyways,
kind of it's crazy, man. The way the
it is
club
what
has
it is, brother.
the way the club has been run, then you're not running it properly. That's why I said to Tade last time that Liverpool owner, it's not like these fans like him, but people below him are football people. So that's why the club is doing well. If what's it called, the owner doesn't know how England football runs, at least put people below you that knows about football, that know the value of the club. You understand? This is what
Yeah,
Arsene Wenger said when he's leaving. Look after the value of this club. That's what he said. Like, now, yeah, I was reading something today because we are out of all the all the Euro Cup. We are not in Europa League. We are not in the conference. We are not even in the Champions League. The value, if someone wants to come and buy Arsenal now, the value of Arsenal Football Club has dropped to 1.4 billion pounds or 1.4 billion euros, not even
wow,
pounds.
wow.
So if they're saying that Daniel Ek actually put in 1.8 billion for Arsenal, then
It's
it
bidding
actually
above the value.
is bidding above the above what the club actually worth. So, however, Daniel Ek, how much does he worth? Maybe probably worth two. Let's say worth 2 billion. The owner of the club, they will like 8 billion. They will just be looking at him and say, "Who is this guy? Where did you come from? Wait, I don't. That's the way they're gonna act. Like we don't need your money because we have more than what you have.
But you have
So
true,
that's
true,
what they're gonna be saying. So he
true.
just needs to kind of, if he really wants to buy the club, if Daniel Elk really wants to buy the club, he just needs to be aggressive. Just give Kroenke the money that they won't be able to kind of turn down, and let them just sell. And you just put the people that you think they're going to run the club better in the,
Properly,
because
yeah.
I believe if Kroenke sell the club right now, Atata will be the first person
That
that
will
is going
be
to go.
fired.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
you're correct. I mean, let's see what happens. Hopefully, the Cronky sell. But if they don't
mhm.
sell, I mean, hopefully they
There's nothing we
appoint.
can do if
You
it
know,
doesn't
we
sell. Yeah.
we just want them to appoint real football people, like you said. But
So,
anyway, speaking about trophies,
mhm.
that gets us into the first thing we want to talk about tonight, which
Yeah.
is yes, which is
Okay.
that. So, Boy, I don't know. Did you watch Villarreal lose the trophy yesterday?
Oh my
Brother,
God. Oh my God.
that
Oh
game,
my
I
God.
watched it when they were lifting the trophy. It was not my
Mm.
team that they beat, but I was hot. I was so pained.
I was watching the game with my brother-in-law. I was pissed off that Manchester United did not win that game in 90 minutes. Villarreal are poor. Do you think if that Villarreal team is in the Premier League, do you think they will survive it? They cannot even put five passes together. Oh my
It,
God.
it
I was
was it
watching it.
was it was
I
so
don't
bad.
know how this team beat Arsenal and beat Manchester United at the same time. Oh my God.
It was so ridiculous. I can't even lie
Oh
because
man.
the game, the first half, even though Villarreal scored first in
Mhm.
that first half, United were eating them up.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
they were just it was just I couldn't believe what I was saying. But there are different opinions, there are different perspectives. One of the perspectives is that
Mm.
the Villarreal team, they were well drilled. Like
Yeah.
their manager had drilled them so well, especially in defending,
Hmm.
that they defended in a way that it was difficult for Man U to break them open and score.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The another thing is what was it? They played with a lot of passion. Like you could
A
see
lot of
that
passion, a lot of
it was
energy.
like
Yeah.
their lives were on the line till the
Hmm.
last minute. And I was saying this earlier to somebody. I said, if you look at the penalty shootout, you
Hmm.
know, the first 10 penalties everybody scored. But the
Hmm.
difference for me, and some people might say this does not matter much, but the difference for me is if you look at the body language of their own keeper when he was going to take the penalty and compare it to
To
the
their own
gear,
goalkeeper. Yeah.
it was different. And so,
It's
somebody
different.
was saying, but their hair is not it doesn't take penalties on a
Yeah,
normal day. But I'm
yeah,
like, their
yeah.
own keeper too does not take penalties on a normal day.
On the normal day.
At that
But
point, the only thing fueling you is passion.
it's passion. But that you are correct because on a normal 90 minute game, if Man United get a penalty, they're not gonna go and call the guy to come and take that penalty. If you understand what I mean.
Mhm.
However, I'm saying that any Manchester United fan that is blaming the Gea for losing out on that Europa League, that fan is not a real fan because the penalty shouldn't get to him in the first place. You understand? Manchester United should have won the game in that 120 minutes they play. They play Villarreal out of the park. However, don't let's give Villarreal the credit they deserve as well. They defended well, but Man United has got a better player to break that team down. Let's say Arsenal player, they don't have the passion, they don't have the energy that Manchester United showed against Villarreal. I think maybe people will say that's the reason why they're out. But You know,
Yeah, yeah.
man, I was
It,
fuming. Like, what is going on with Man United,
it
man?
was so
Hmm?
annoying to
It
watch,
was
It was
oh
so
my god.
annoying. And for me, the thing is, I mean, and the bigger issue was now all of the banter around
Mm,
Emery when in day Sevilla, he win this thing
mm.
3 times in a row. Now
In
when
a
he
row.
come Arsenal, you know we now. He go Villarreal now, he don't
But
win him again.
I saw your message yesterday that how can this man do it for Arsenal?
you know,
But I'm about to sleep. I didn't respond. I said I'm going to respond when we start the show today.
hmm
Remember we played Chelsea,
I
and
remember.
that Chelsea team that year was a better Chelsea side than Arsenal. I would
Yeah,
say they have more passion. They are playing in, but Arsenal team that time was not. They didn't go there to. They would just say, "Oh, it's Chelsea. It's, well, we both play in the Premier League, so it's not gonna." But it is what it is. But they just don't go out to go and play with their heart out.
with
But
their heart out. To be honest,
if
because I remember that game.
I can see if it is another Premier League team that Emery managed to that final that year, they will probably play better than that Arsenal team.
Than that
So
Arsenal team, yeah. And
mhm,
we lost
mhm.
4-1, which was it was so embarrassing that
It
day.
was so
You know,
embarrassing. Yeah, that's right.
because when your opponent scores 1 goal
Mhm,
early in the second half, you're like, okay, the time's still there now. If you equalize,
mhm.
but before you know,
But
it's 2-0, it's 3-0.
mhm.
It was crazy.
I went back to go and watch the highlight of that Baku. I went back to go and watch it. Another thing I pick up within that Arsenal team is like it looks like they kind of too cocky or something, or they didn't give the manager the respect he deserved. Maybe probably because some of the player themselves actually taking a piece out of the manager the way he speaks. Do you
True.
know that? Have
The
you
whole
seen that?
world till now, the whole world is still
Till
taking a
now, they still taking a
this goodie
piece.
been in where everybody they
Yeah,
talk. Is
but
them everybody taking a piece at
I
Emery
don't
now?
know. I don't know why. This is what's it called? This is to me. This is the person that English is not his first language. I heard that when they want to interview um, Emery before he took Arsenal job, they ask him at the interview that do you need a translator? He said no, that he will do the interview in English, which every time this guy comes out to speak, he try as much as possible. Let's go all these people that are making fun of him. Tell them to speak Spanish. Tell
They
them to
no
go and
fit
speak in
Spanish.
Spanish, in a fluent Spanish. And this guy is just trying. This guy is trying to speak in English and to express himself. That is the way it could, because for example, now you and I, we're Nigerian. Are they going to be expecting us to be properly fluent in, like, maybe probably in American accent or Queen's Cockney accent? No,
Mm,
because we were not born there. We only just came here to live here. You understand what I mean? That is
mhm.
what it is. Some people will be saying that, oh yeah, you come to my country, come and speak my
Come
language.
and speak Yoruba to me now.
You
Let's see
understand
how
what I
easy it
mean?
is for
I
you.
just don't. If I see people that take a piece out of him, as much as we don't want him as our Arsenal, I have never ever take a piece out of the way this guy speaks, because it's not his first language in the first place. We have to respect him for that.
For
Really.
that. Yeah, you're correct. And as bad, I mean, when Emery in his second season, it was significant. Okay, so let me also mention this thing. So when I did watch
Hmm.
the game yesterday,
Yeah.
right? Say when they do after the game now, they do all this post-match analysis now. So these
Yeah.
pundits were speaking. I can't remember who exactly said this thing, and he mentioned it. He said when Emery was in England, it was like maybe this is a lesson to people in England to give
Hmm.
a bit more respect to
More
foreign
respect.
managers when they
Yes.
come to manage in England.
Hmm.
And I'm like
Hmm.
that statement alone, it shows that this guy is confirming that when
Hmm.
foreign managers come to this league, the
Hmm.
press and the pundits and everything, they actually, maybe consciously or unconsciously, they don't respect them as much,
As much. Okay.
And I think
Let's see.
that affected Emery a lot.
Emery, look, since Premier League started, is in 1992 or 1993.
I'm not
I've
sure.
never seen an English manager go. Maybe I might be wrong. I've never seen an English manager that manage a team to go on and win the Premier League title.
1992.
But Alex Ferguson is not an Englishman, Scottish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then who won it again? Arsene
All the
Wenger
good
is not
Arsenal.
English;
Mm-hmm.
it's
All
French.
these Mourinho,
All these
Conte,
Mourinho is
Sarri,
not, all of them are not English.
what's the
So
guy in Leicester
what does that
City?
say? What does that say about you know English managers? You understand what I mean? So I just want to say something. I just want to kind of say, okay, Premier League should do something. Every single Premier League in the all the 20 Premier League should appoint Englishman as their manager for one season. We just want to see
What the
how those
football would be
teams do,
like.
what the football will be like. Compare. Don't allow any manager to come out from another country to come just for one season. After that one season, then everybody can go back to what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I
True.
mean?
But
So
anyways, I mean, Unai Emery now, he has had the last laugh now because look at
yeah,
him now with
look
Villarreal
at
that
him.
finished
Yeah,
seventh in La
seventh.
Liga. He still beats
Mm-hmm,
Man U that finished what second in the Premier League,
mm-hmm.
and upon that beat
And I,
Arsenal
and, I, and,
again.
I, and I like him for one thing. This guy is so humble. This guy never over celebrates when he wins something. Look at him when he beat Arsenal in the semi-final.
Mm-hmm.
He just leave his player to do
Just
their
move
thing.
on.
He
Mm-hmm.
just go into the changing room. Now it means he give the respect. He give the respect to the club. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
If Arsenal have won that game, I will.
My manager go
You,
don't come on.
I'm telling you, they will be slating. Arsenal fan will be slating it.
They
Oh
would
yeah,
have,
this
oh
is
my
the reason why
god.
we sacked
We
him. It's
sacked
not.
him. True. You're
You know,
correct.
it's not. It's not. Seriously, I know this is part of the world we are living, but at least people have to be humble sometimes and just.
Yeah, you are absolutely spot on that because if we had beaten Villarreal, the banter would have been endless. Hey, this is
Endless.
why
I'm telling
Emery is
you.
not good enough.
Yeah.
But now look at
Hmm.
the situation that we were in now. Anyways, we're
Hmm.
not going to Europe next season. Emery has
But
taken Villarreal to the Champions League, which is where we
mhm,
always wanted to be,
wanted to be,
and
yeah.
and he has had the last laugh now.
But I'm not. If Villarreal will go to that Champions League,
They,
they're not going
they
to
will
win
still
it,
come
but
back
they
to
will
Europa
still
League
come
now.
back to Europa League and just
Now, so now maybe now go still win Europa League next
Now
season
England
again.
still maybe we see, but
You know. But yeah, that was an interesting game. And I think it was the first major trophy that Villarreal was winning as well.
that's the first ever trophy.
Wow! So it was, it
First ever
was.
trophy.
I'm sure their fans would have been going crazy, and I see
They will
why
still
it
be
meant a
celebrating now.
lot more to them. It meant so
Yeah.
much to them, because the way they celebrated all their penalties. I don't know if you paid that. The penalties were
And
so
was
good.
good. Look at Coquelin penalty.
The penalties were so good.
Oh my god.
I was like,
Oh
wow.
my god, yeah, yeah. Look at and again, they look at all. I was looking at that Villarreal team, and look at all their players. Every single Premier League player that you see in that Villarreal team, those are the players that cannot even make the team. Like, look at this ex Liverpool player. He can't make the team.
Moreno,
Look at Capo. Capo
Capo
cannot
from
make a
Watford.
team in the Premier League.
even the guy Foyth, the guy that
Foyth from
was
Tottenham,
played from
yeah,
Tottenham.
he cannot even
Coquelin
get
from
into the.
Arsenal.
Oh, Coquelin from Arsenal.
I'm telling you.
I
And
just did it. I said these are all Premier League rejects,
Mossy
and they just
boy, this
went
is
on
what
to.
I always say, and you also always say this as well
Mm.
about our team. When everybody says, "Oh no, our team is rubbish, our team is terrible, the
Mm.
players are bad," I'm like, the
The
players are
players are
good
not
enough.
bad.
You're
They're
not getting
good
the best
enough
out of them.
out of them.
You're
That's
just
the
not getting the
thing.
best out of them. If
It's
you're getting
just
the best out of them, they will do well.
they
Uh,
would do well. They would do well. So it's crazy to see Arsenal team at this level. I
level
can't
is
believe it.
is
Just like, oh my
is
days,
quite
because
ridiculous.
and I like what actually happens to Arsenal, because if Arsenal has gone on to play Manchester United in the final and they won the trophy, everybody will forget again that we finish eighth
If
in the table.
yeah, we'll focus on
We
Champions
will
League.
focus on the Champions League. That, okay, we won the trophy. Forget about now. Everybody kind of open their eyes now that, oh, this is where we finished last season. But because we won FA Cup, everybody now realize that, oh no, we can't be, you know,
You can't be
it's good.
finishing in eighth place. You can't.
It's good that we don't. It's good that we don't win anything this season, and everybody can see that
Well,
this guy is not. It's not just good enough to take
it's
us
not good
forward.
enough. But I mean,
To
but
take us forward.
obviously he's not leaving, and he's gonna handle the transfer window. And I wanted us to touch on one more thing, because
Yeah.
I think this is it has become very important in football. Rashford
Hmm.
yesterday, after they
Hmm.
lost, got a lot of racist comments.
Man, all these
So
people,
many
man.
people, and I'm like, what's wrong with football fans? You know,
Football fans.
what's wrong
I
with you?
don't know. It's only a game of football. I know that you're so passionate about your team to win. Me, I'm so passionate about Arsenal to win a trophy season after season. If they don't win, now that they don't win a trophy, I don't go on to my computer and start slating people and start sending. No, you don't do that. These people, they are human beings. People are bound to make a mistake. You don't. There is. I was hearing the news that one of the people that sent a racist message was a teacher. He missed. He maybe probably uses his real account or something. Was a teacher that teaches children. So now they clamping down on that on the social media on Twitter to track the guy down. That guy will probably lose his job. He will probably kind of go to jail or something like that
Yeah.
and be fined or something. So
You
you
know,
know,
like why are you doing that to people? And like if players miss chances, everybody's
mhm.
talking about as if the Rashford chance was the easiest chance in the world. But even if it is, players miss chances, and this is
Players
football.
miss
You don't win all
chances.
the
You
time,
know,
so you
you
can't say
don't win
because
all
you
the
lost,
time. Yeah,
you start to
it's
make
just
racist comments at your
It
players.
it's
Yeah.
absolutely crazy, man. I don't know. And social media team as well, like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They just need to do more than what they are doing now, and just to be able to, not anybody cannot just open an account. You understand what I mean? If you don't provide the certain details, the account will not be open. If just
Yeah, so you
do-
can't come exactly. You will be able to come online and be saying things when you know that they can easily find you.
if it is going to get to a stage that before you can open an account, you have to turn on your webcam, use your webcam to take your picture before the this we're in 2021, man. Technology is wide. There's a lot of way to kind of go about it. Even though people that have already opened their account, you can put a block on there and say, okay, for you to carry on using your account, this is what you have to provide. And then
Yeah,
people have to
true.
do that
For
if they
real. Yeah,
want if they want to carry on using their account.
yeah, you're
So,
absolutely correct. Before we leave this Europa League final issue, though, what is your
mm,
opinion on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now and the job between Amani? Because if I'm correct, this is what is second or third season that has ended trophyless.
I think they'll say that is used is it 2.5 years now? Is it 2.5 3 years now? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But I think in that Manchester United team, when I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday, I just immediately I said it. One of the pundits said it as well. That Man United team, they only need another three of Bruno Fernandes in that team. They will do well.
They will do well.
Mhm.
They will
They
do
will
well
do well.
if they
So
get.
yeah.
I know they've always targeted Sancho. If
Mhm.
they're
And
able to
one
get
thing,
Sancho,
one thing that people forget is this is the same Manchester United team. They crawl slowly, 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 slowly in the Premier League table, and they finish second with that team they have. If they have got another, maybe probably Bruno Fernandes in that team, they will probably be challenging. There are some games that they lose that they shouldn't lose. So, but It's
Yeah.
what it is.
And
Kind of.
I look at it and say maybe this is what Arsenal is looking at as well and saying, you know what? I
Mm,
mean, Solskjaer hasn't won a trophy
mm.
in 2.5 years or whatever.
And
Arteta, on the other hand, has won one trophy or two trophies
one
rather.
trophy. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like Arsenal. Like kind of, they want to go and look at another team to compare where they are. No, just focus on yourself and just say you want to do well. You don't look at other team to do you a favor or to. That's why I said to Tade the other day when we did the last post match that Bill has ruined Arsenal party to qualify. I'm not sure whether you're on the show. I said no, 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 it's not Bill because we have 32 game to
Yeah,
play
to get
to
we
to
played
get
30
there.
games in
So
a season.
Wolves they've done double on us. Everton done double on us. Uh, Aston Villa
Villa,
done double on us. We drew with Fulham at home. Those are the games that we should go back to look at and say, oh,
and
these
do
are the
you
games
know
we should be winning.
you are absolutely correct. I did this analysis as well earlier. I think it was last week. And
Hmm.
in the beginning at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
when we had our first 14 games, because I think that was
Hmm.
part of the things that really ruined the season for us. In
Yeah.
those 14 games, I remember we won four of those games, we drew two, and we lost eight.
Mm.
Those
Out
eight
of that
that
14 game.
out of 14,
Hmm.
we drew two and we lost eight. And I was saying those eight, that's 24 points that
Hmm.
you could have gotten.
Yeah.
Today we finished in the league. If you look at the Premier League table, we finished eighth, and we
Hmm.
finished with
61
61 points.
61. Yeah.
61. We finished with 61 points in eighth position. Maybe I should even share my screen so that you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want
Right?
to.
Just 1 second.
Hmm.
Okay, can you see this table
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. I can see. Yeah. Yeah. I
Good.
can
We
see the
finished
table.
eighth with 61 points. You
Hmm.
can see that if we for of those 24 points that we lost when we lost
Yeah.
those eight games,
Yeah.
if we had 10 more points, we would have finished with 71 points
71
and would
points.
have been in third
Been in
place.
third place.
Those are the margins we're dealing with.
We're dealing with.
Just
Yeah.
10 more points, we would have
Hmm.
finished. If we didn't throw away some of those, even if it's 5 points we add to this table, we will be in fifth or sixth place and we will
Sixth
not be
place.
out of Europe. So
No,
these are some of
out
the
of here.
fine margins that I feel like we threw away as a team.
And
And
it looks like every time like I came onto the show, it's just like we have a go at Atata. It's what it is. What I discover now about this manager like is like kind of is just 1 second.
yeah, sure.
So it's like this guy actually break every single record in Arsenal books. We have never ever finished. It's for 25 years that we've been playing in the Premier League. We have never finished outside of Europe.
True. It used to be funny
Remember,
because
last year we finished outside of Europe. We only get into Europe because we won the FA Cup. This year we won nothing. We're outside of Europe
Europe,
completely.
yeah, it used to
So
be so
that's
funny. We'll be watching
yeah.
the game and the commentator will say something like, this club has not won Arsenal since 1980 something, or they've
You
not beat
understand
Arsenal.
what I mean?
And the moment you hear it, you're like, oh shit, man,
Oh,
this record is going to be destroyed today.
but
Because
all those teams that have done double on Arsenal, they haven't done double on Arsenal in their history
in
before, if
their
I'm
history,
correct.
some people have never even won at the Emirates before, and
Before
this season was the first time.
first time, I was like, well, it's just every single record that stood for Arsenal for a very long time has been broken.
True, true.
You know.
But hopefully next season we do a lot
Well,
better.
I'm just trying to see what is going to happen in the summer. I want to see what signing that is going to that we're going to because
Yeah,
I'm hearing the news that Liverpool because Wijnaldum is leaving Liverpool. and I'm hearing the news that Liverpool wants to go for Basuma. If that happened, I will be livid.
It will be so
I
livid.
will be so angry because this guy has been linked with Arsenal now since last season. You understand? He's linked to Arsenal in the summer. It links to Arsenal in the January transfer window. Now this is another summer transfer window and it's linked to Arsenal. If Arsenal doesn't go out, they said okay, Brighton they won in Katia. What?
That's a no-brainer.
Why are you wasting time? Just give them in Katia plus 20 million. Get this guy in.
Yeah,
Done.
but you know, us now we always waste time. That is our identity in transfer windows. We would
You
always
know.
waste time. Wait to the last
Uh,
moment and then do some rush signings. But I mean, we'll see. I think this is probably another issue we should discuss on another show
yeah,
about the
yeah.
kinds of the players that now should potentially sell or buy next season.
Mhm.
But yeah, moving on. Let's move on. That's it for the Europa League final. Congratulations
Yeah.
to Villarreal and Unai
Villarreal,
Emery.
yeah.
Sorry to Man
Yeah,
U.
me, I just did jealous yesterday, man. Me, I tell
Oh
you, I
man,
just
yeah,
did
that could have
jealous.
been us last season, oh, because now everybody will say, Arsenal, you people have never won European Championship before, blah blah blah, or
Mm,
ages. But we move, Shad. The other thing we wanted to
mm,
talk about on the show today, this is
mhm.
probably a lot more juicy. I'm just gonna introduce it here.
Uh,
Yes, everybody. Again, if you're just joining in, this is Lasgidi Effect. And
mhm,
this is just a show, just a bunch of Niger guys that love football. And we just come here to banter and debate about different issues concerning Arsenal, concerning football generally. And we try to put in a bit of Niger flavor. So we could talk some
mhm,
pidgin, we could talk some Yoruba, just
mhm,
just to lighten things up. So now the thing we want to talk about, if you were not hypothetically, and this is, one of the things I've
mhm,
always said is,
mhm,
if you, I don't know a lot of young people, if you meet
mhm,
maybe teenagers today or people in their maybe early 20s,
mhm.
if you will hardly find any of those kinds of people who support Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah, that's right.
If you find, it means that
Mhm.
somebody influential in their life has
In
sort
that,
of
yeah,
pushed them to support
yeah.
Arsenal. You
Maybe
know,
probably their dad or
their
their
dad
mom
or their
support
brother or
Arsenal.
something have pushed them to
Yeah.
support us now, because
Mhm,
most people, if you start watching football after like 2006 2007,
mhm.
you can't
Yeah.
support us now, because Arsenal has
Mhm.
not really been a force to
Yeah.
reckon with in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Mhm,
And so many people that I also know, that used to
mhm,
support us now have just stopped. They just support other clubs now. There's a popular DJ Copy is popular in Nigeria for switching
mhm.
from Arsenal to Man U. Was
So
it at the
mind
end of
you, yeah.
last season or 2 seasons ago?
But DJ she will be blaming herself now for switching.
Because nothing has happened since she left now. Now we don't even win
Nothing has
trophy.
happened now. But even she switch, Arsenal don't win more trophy than Man United now
Man
for the past
U.
4 years.
Yeah, true,
So
true. So that, I think that's one of the things that's fueling this next discussion now, is that
mhm,
hypothetically, if you stop
yeah,
supporting Arsenal today,
yeah, yeah.
what club would you support? Like, what are
I'm
the
not
other
gonna
clubs?
I'm not gonna support any other big team. I will go and support
Eh,
Leeds. No, I will
eh.
go and support Leeds. Yes,
MOSSYBOY,
because
why do you like pain this much?
no. A big team break your heart. Look at what Man United did to their fan. Look at what Arsenal did to their fan. So, Manchester City, you know, they have enough fans anyway. But the reason why I said I would go and support Leeds is because Leeds, if you watch Leeds play, they're not scared of conceding goals. They just they go out to play. They just want to express themselves. So that is my reason for not going to go out and support a big team. And I can put my mind at rest. If my team lose, I agree they lose because they're not a big team that everybody is expecting them that they have to kind of go and do big thing. So
Oh well,
supporting the small team will rest my mind for me. It
oh
makes
well,
it, it makes
like I
you
said
live
on the
longer as
last
well.
show, that if you wanted to be patient, you go and support Sheffield Wednesday. Now you go and support a small club and really live
Mhm.
out a true grass to grace story.
You know.
Well, it's interesting to know. But me, I will support a big club. Oh. I will just, the thing is, as an Arsenal fan,
Mm,
me, I've suffered with this club. So if I decide that I want to stop suffering the Arsenal
yeah,
suffered,
yeah.
I will go and find a club that won't make me suffer. And you're right, even though big clubs will make you suffer, but big clubs will
Mm,
not make you suffer as much as Arsenal will make you suffer.
I
So
know.
I'll go and support Man City. That's my next club, Guardiola and Man City. Let's just come here and be piling
But
on trophies
what
every
about
season.
if at some point, look now, Guardiola had left Barcelona. Look at the manager that is managing them. They're struggling now. Barcelona, Guardiola. If Guardiola leave Man City, then what is it? What and Man City not they're not doing well. You will start saying, "What is your heart will be broken again."
We'll
But if
follow,
you or
we'll follow Guardiola wherever he
I
goes.
would rather just go to Italy or Spain to go and support another one small team there. So or maybe probably I will support Real Madrid.
But Real Madrid they're not Real Madrid. I don't even trust them these days. Zidane
You
has
know.
resigned again. They today
Mm,
they look like they're going. There are rumors that they don't even have as much money as they used to have.
mhm,
So they can't even, because Man City, I say Real Madrid before. I used to
mm,
think that all the good players in the world they will be in Real Madrid
yeah.
because I'm
Mm,
surprised that someone like Harry Kane, the Real Madrid have not bought him by now. Even
mm,
this Man U goalkeeper that here when he was still popping 3 4
mm.
seasons ago, I'm like when they bought Courtois, I thought
Because
he was the one they were going
it
to
was
buy.
that is the one
You
that they
know,
want to buy then, but it just the transfer just kind of now. Yeah, the guy cannot even be
uh,
Manchester United number one anymore.
even exactly, I think he is even gradually losing his spot in Man U.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Real Madrid, football has changed though, MOSSYBOY. I
Football
can't even lie.
football has changed a lot.
That
Yeah.
dominance that big teams this season, especially Inter
Mm,
Milan, beat Juventus to the league title.
hmm.
Atletico won the league title in Spain.
Mm,
Even Lille won the league title in
What in
France.
France?
And
Yeah.
I'm like, this football has changed completely. Only England
Mm.
still has that dominant top four.
This is the reason why I'm not sure whether maybe probably you've seen this show. They always do a different debate like what we normally do here. They call it is on YouTube. They call it Hold the L. They're actually debating about they put Man City team, Manchester United team, and Invincible team. They were kind of doing that debate. And one of the people that are doing debate, like, it will still be the Invincible team. Because since then nobody else, if that is easy,
May they
why
go do
come
them now.
how come
Do them
another team
easy,
has never done it?
you
This
know.
is because before any team in the Premier League can go on again unbeaten. Oh my God, that team. The only team I can see that is going to do that, the only team that close to it is Liverpool
They
two
tried,
seasons
but
ago.
Watford,
But Watford kind of break that jinx. However, the only team that look at them this season, they lost like how many games? It will be very difficult to go throughout the season. They're saying that Rangers go all the way unbeaten. That's Scottish. They
come on,
can
that's
do
in the
that.
Scottish League now. Come on, how
Not in
many
the
games did they?
Scottish League. Celtic has done it. Just
You
don't
know,
worry about it. But
uh,
in the
but
Premier League, no, 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 that
and
would
and, I,
not
and I've
happen.
always said this about that invisible season because a lot of people, I think that one of the things that because when people want to cast, people like to banter. Also, when they want to say,
Mhm.
your invisible seasons, I think we drew how many games that season? 11 or something. We drew a significant number of games that
Yeah,
season.
you mean the Invincible season?
Yeah, in that invincible
Is it,
season.
is it is it 12 or 13? I can't
Let
remember.
me even see if I can pick up the numbers.
Yeah.
But we drew a significant number of games.
Hmm.
Um, and people always say, so for example, when Liverpool had their own thing last season,
Hmm.
and they had more points than us now. They won more games than we did. We drew a number of games, and I was like, that's the reason why they couldn't go invincible. Because
Invincible,
one of
yeah.
the things you will notice is when we were going invincible. You see, when it becomes your mission to end the
Hmm.
season without losing, there's
Hmm.
some games when you look at the way the game is going, you will take a draw.
You take a draw, yeah,
You
that's
will
right.
take a draw. You will say,
Hmm.
what? My aim is not to lose this game. and you will take a
Mm-hmm.
draw. But when
Yeah.
if you keep prioritizing winning and you keep attacking, people will beat you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what
Yeah.
it is, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
no matter how good you are as a team, you have to be able to pick the game. You say, you know what, okay, in this game, it's going this way, I will take a draw. It's going this
Mm-hmm.
way, I will go and charge and win.
I
And
will get a
having that
win. Yeah.
balance is what can help you go invincible, in my
Welcome. Yeah, that's
opinion.
right. Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
the thing
You're
that
correct.
Liverpool didn't have. In that season, with their
Mm-hmm.
gegenpress, they would just go at everybody, and eventually somebody is going to figure out how to counter you
Yeah,
and beat
that's
you.
right. Yeah.
So I think it's one of the things that we had in that invisible season that a lot of people will
Mm-hmm.
not,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these
Yeah.
attacking managers, everybody just wants to score as many goals as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
nobody, it won't be easy to do what to
It won't.
replicate
I
what we
know
did.
it won't be easy to go and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That season that season self, we get good players though. We get
No, yeah,
Wiltord,
true, true,
Henry,
true.
Kanu. We
Bro,
get
our squad
oh
has not
man.
been that good
Uh,
since. The
our squad
players that
has
we
not.
get that time, our squad now, we never reached there since
If
that
if
time.
Arsenal if Arsenal ca- well if Arsenal can get to that level or more, hey, I don't arrive with that.
Brother,
Banter go start
bragging
again.
rights on
Still
deck.
bragging right.
Bragging
I'm
rights on
telling
deck,
you,
oh, because
we
if you can,
and it's not like we can't get to that level. We just need people who sabi football at the club.
footballers now, exactly.
Who sabi football at the
There's
club,
a
man.
guy who is director of football at Lille. You know,
Mm.
he was also director of football at Monaco when they won the league, when they took over the
Mm-hmm.
league from his name is Luis Campos. When they
Mm-hmm.
because PSG had the dominance, then
Mm-hmm.
Monaco won. Then that guy went to Lille, and now Lille has won. And
Yeah.
it can't be a coincidence. That guy is their director of football, is so good at recruiting, getting the
Mm-hmm.
right players into the players
Mm-hmm.
that fit into the system that the team wants to play, and getting
Mm-hmm.
results. And I'm like, when
Mm-hmm.
you see, there are people who they know football
Mm-hmm.
and they're football, and like it's like you're always saying, and then there's people they use idea. So
Mm-hmm.
when the kind of people we have in us now, it's obvious that na idea board that they do with us. They just
Nice.
use idea, they
Yeah.
carry everything.
Yeah. Everything.
They're not sabi rich. Now
But
why we
I
go
know.
go sign William?
I know. Edu be is part of Invincible, but I don't think it's the right man, man.
I,
I'm
I,
telling you.
I don't think so either, man.
And again, how could you have a manager in place and you're not going to give him a target? You
No,
know,
you're not putting pressure on him at
how
all.
could you have a manager in place and the manager will be so relaxed? Why? You've got to give. That's why I like about Chelsea. They give their manager you don't meet that target the next season, you are out.
They don't
You
waste
are
time, man.
out. They don't waste. Chelsea know they waste time. Oh. That's one ruthless. This is a result business, trophy business. You don't get the trophy, you don't get the result. Come on.
They don't waste time at
I
all.
just they look this to Chelsea now, yeah. This to Chelsea next season. If you don't win anything,
Bro, especially if he doesn't win this Champions League.
if he
This
doesn't win this Champions League, pressure go
all
day
eyes
on
on
top
him.
am.
Oh. All eyes on
Pressure
him
go day
next
on top
season.
and say, next season I must provide something for this club.
Yes,
Hmm.
so if Chelsea doesn't play, and a lot of Arsenal fans say, we are Arsenal, we can't be hiring and firing managers the way some of these clubs do. And I'm like, why not?
Why
This
not?
is the reality of
This
football.
is the reality of
Fire
football
and
these days,
fire,
man.
man.
Mm,
We just like, oh, we're proud, oh, we're Arsenal. This is classless. These
mm.
classless clubs are winning. They are winning trophies
They're
season in,
winning.
season out. We with our class now. Only God knows when we win Premier League again.
See, Leicester, small club.
You
The
know,
guy that won them the Premier League, he
the
just
very next season.
the very next thing, they do well. They get rid of him. They just come out and bring someone else in.
No, where this Arsenal board will disappoint fans is if this rubbish. In fact, if this rubbish performance continues again next season, we
Mhm.
enter next season again. Another 10
Mm.
games, maybe we go win 3 or we go win 4. We go they lose games where we supposed they win.
Mhm.
Bro, let this manager go.
May I just next season, yeah. If the board agree, say, okay, we no go sack this manager. For me, waiting, I want be say, I want um board to go in and just tell Atata, say, okay, at least you don't do well for us. Thank you. Make una dey go. We won't bring another manager in where we say in got experience, in go fee get the best out of these players. They bring another manager in. Like you say, I think you're the one that said it the other time. There are small problem and there are big problem. You did inside exam hall, then give you question to answer, then give you 7 questions to answer. So they now said, okay, out of 7 question, make you answer, five. Which one you gonna look for? Not be the one where you say you sabi first.
Have you now?
Now, this the one where you sabi first. Now you go to look for. Make time no go. So say if you do the one where you sabi first, say you don't get the full mark on that one. You go get 0. But all this small problem where they Arsenal club now make them kind of do the small problem first. I know say we want the board out. Then that one a bigger problem. When the small ones get solved, then we go to bigger one. We go
Bigger
solve it.
problem. And bro,
You know,
we can solve the two problems at the same time.
simultaneously.
We don't have to get so we don't have to say and because there are bigger problems at the club, I'm not going to
Mhm.
solve the smaller one. Eh?
Mm.
You don't have to do that because this season we could have done a lot better if not
And
because of the decision. And the biggest problem is we don't know that this man has learned from his mistakes. If I could
mhm.
see that he's learning from his mistakes,
He hasn't.
but it doesn't look like he's learning from those mistakes.
He
It just
hasn't. He
looks like he has
hasn't.
taken the blame and pushed it on the players.
On the
And now we're
player.
all going to descend on the players and say, okay, all these players leave our club. And then what's going to happen after that? They will go and bring in
Mm.
Bertrand and all these strange names that they're linking us to.
Why do we need Bertrand? Bertrand is in his 30s, man. We
A
need to
31-year-old, though.
we need to stick to our culture. Any player that is in his 30s, not more than a year
Wait,
contract. What
okay.
that is what Arsene Wenger always do, or he does that all the time, and he's good at it. He's very good at it. Like
Mm.
any player in his 30s, no, no, no.
Yeah, and as a
I'm not going
Wenger
to.
obviously is
Mm.
really good at developing youngsters. That's one thing
Mhm.
we all knew him for, and I think it's because of the
Where
trust.
if you're good at what you do, where did that come from? It comes from experience. But what Atata is doing is he's going out to go and get an experienced player, and they're letting him down. You understand what I mean? So you've got to be able to manage the youngsters and develop them to become a big player for you. This is the reason why everybody was saying that okay, it's Saka, it's Emil Smith Rowe that they're carrying the club. They are young kids. You put all the weight of all those senior players that they put all their weight on those young kids. That, okay, you are a young kid, you still got the legs. Do the run, we're gonna score the goals. The day where Saka stopped to the perform, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it on the pitch now. So it
Nah,
just
nah,
we
nah.
just need to we
Yeah,
just
yeah,
need to go out into the market and be ruthless.
and
That's
be
the way I see it.
ruthless, and be
Just
ruthless.
be ruthless in the market. Everything in this world has got a price. Somebody is.
True.
I was watching one show, and they saying that so they're saying that Man City they've never spent like maybe probably 150, 120,000 on a player before. Now, not be one day something they happen.
Until
They
they
feel,
want
they feel
Mbappe now,
go,
they'll bring out the money.
until they feel go to Tottenham and sign Hurricane. They can go
Hurricane
there and just say, okay, you come here. You are the only player we're going to sign this season.
this season. Yeah,
120 million.
yeah.
Come. And next season you're going to win trophy. You're going to win another. You're
Mhm.
going to win trophy with us.
Because if
So
Man City go sign Hurricane as a replacement for Aguero, it's over.
they
Oh.
should just give them the trophy.
It's all over. All this one that Ateta does not know what he wants to say. It's all over.
They should just give them the trophy, man.
It's
But
all over. And there's rumors now that I'm not sure because I initially
yeah.
saw that Spurs were trying to bring back Pochettino.
Yes, there is a news. It was on Sky Sport News as well. Where that they're talking to Pochettino. They want to bring. Why did they sack him in the first place?
In the
Someone that
first
gets
place.
someone that gets you into the Champions League final, and he's getting you to play good football, and you just sacked him
And they sacked him for Mourinho. And
for
Mourinho
Mourinho.
just he couldn't do much.
He couldn't do much. He couldn't do anything different than what Pochettino. He just Mourinho just changed his style of play, and you got to defend more than going forward. Like Atata, you do more defending than going
than going
forward.
forward. And if you look at now, everyone and now you make the point about experience. Most of the non-experienced managers who started to
Mhm,
coach big clubs, many of
mhm,
them now they're getting fired. Pello in
mhm.
Juventus is leaving. You know, look at
Pirlo
Lampard at Chelsea.
is a legend at Juventus. He finished fourth. The season is over. They just said, thank you. We
As
appreciate what
you've tried.
you've tried. You just have to
Bye
go.
bye. You know,
Now they're saying Allegri is going back to Juventus.
going back there because they realize that this job you need experience.
You need experience.
See
You
now,
understand what I
before
mean?
Pello easily nine, then they win league now,
Then they win league
back to
easily
back
now.
league. All of a sudden,
Man,
all of a sudden, you finish fourth. You didn't even finish second.
finish-
It
but
was the
again,
last game of the season that helped you
this
to
is
get to
why
Champions
they
League.
tell Tade where we say every time Tade, if I said, oh, we need an experienced manager, Ingo they talk say, what about Emery? Emery is an experienced manager. Emery, when Emery did Arsenal, he have a communication issue there. He cannot kind of like express himself and just pass the information to the player the way he want to pass it to them. If Emery can win Europa League with this Villarreal shit team, if he's able to pass the information to them the way he wants it, come on. But it's what it is, like we always said. But
Yeah,
they were just only saying that, oh yeah, the players in Arsenal are not good enough. The
which
player,
is so not true. That thing,
which
the
is
thing they
not
pain me. Oh.
on my side.
We get some good players now. We
And you
say
know,
then go come out this transfer window, and it's
hmm
simply because the manager has labeled them as not good enough.
hmm
And then what would now happen is they will go to other clubs, they will play
hmm
well. We will not
hmm
see. We will not be like, oh, maybe this guy wasn't so bad. You
hmm
know, um,
But you can tell from all our players that go out on loan now.
and
You
you
can
can
tell.
easily tell if Willock now, if not for this 7 goals when he scored for Newcastle, people had said Willock is shit, is nonsense,
hmm
is not. Look at him scoring against top clubs.
Again, the only player where we say do well on loan is Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Maitland Niles, and he was in West Brom.
That it was in West Brom. That's the only player I can say. All other Arsenal player that
All our players on loan, Guendouzi
when
doing
they're
well,
doing well,
Saliba
they're
killing
doing
it,
well.
even
So
Mavropanos, when nobody just even know his name, doing good
they're
reports
doing
coming out of
well.
Stuttgart for him, you know.
Mm.
And
So,
these are all the players. Ateta, they bad. The players are not good enough. He's going to be ruthless and sell all these boys now for
mm.
him to go and buy only God knows who. But we'll see, Sha.
Yeah,
We'll see. Because I heard even Mourinho wants to buy Granit Xhaka now because Mourinho is going to Roma.
and they said Roma is talking to him. So, but
And I'm like, you know what? I don't mind
to
because
be
you people
honest,
are already.
to be honest with you, yeah. If Xhaka leave, I won't feel bad if
Of
he
course.
leaves. There are some player in Arsenal that if they go, I'm not gonna feel bad at all. Player like Bellerin, Xhaka, El Neni, who is there? Who is there again?
Lacazette?
Uh, l- well, if Lacazette go, I won't feel too bad. Even if Aubameyang go, I won't feel too bad. But it's just like if Lacazette or Aubameyang goes, you just have to bring in a striker that can give you 20-25 goal a season
This season.
back into the club. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you look at before even though we're saying that we're playing bad football under Emery, like Aubameyang is still banging in goals, left, right, and
Yeah,
center.
because Emery was an attack. He will play attacking
Yeah,
football. He will let them play their game.
when this guy came on, then Aubameyang is still scoring goals, right? But when he started to kind of stamp his own style of play, his goal just went dry. You understand what I mean? The goal
Mm-hmm.
just went dry for him. So even like I said, the goal went dry for him, and it's just to me, I will still be saying I don't care what anybody say. I'm still going to be saying that Mikel Arteta is not the right man to
for
manage
the job.
Arsenal. I would rather let an experienced manager comes in there and fail than someone that got no experience at all.
True,
You,
true.
you understand what I mean?
I,
Now, Arsenal need, like I said from the beginning of the show, Arsenal need to act like a big club, tell this guy to go and bring in Antonio Conte. He's a done trust that guy.
that guy is a don. Everywhere he
I'm
goes,
telling
you
you,
know
it
easily.
will, it will, it will focus on what has to be done on the pitch, than than
And he will
manage
get
looking
true,
at other thing that is going on inside the club. People are there. Let the people in charge focus on that. You are the manager. Focus on what is going on the pitch and just get the best out of the players. You know.
true, true. Anyways, we'll see what our club
So,
will
and,
do.
and one thing that we forgot to mention, like William, is that he's going back to Chelsea.
He's not going to go back. Chelsea will never have him back.
Well, we see if their manager wants him.
As in Tuchel. Anyways, we'll see.
If
We'll see.
their
But I don't
manager
think
wants
Chelsea is
him.
that type of club. Now we they do those
But
kind of things now.
the thing be say we get this guy for free, and we're gonna sell this guy to them, collect money from them.
At the end of the day, maybe it's not such a bad deal.
Oh my days! Now good deal with that now.
Now, as in retrospect, we'll clap for Ateta. But I don't know, Sha.
I'm telling
I don't
you.
I doubt it. But we'll see. I might be wrong. Because I feel say Chelsea know they make those kind of moves. Now they make those kind of moves
No,
this time
those
as
kind
well.
of moves, yeah.
Yes.
But
We-
the oldest defender though. What's his name?
Oh well,
From
true. Thiago Silva
Yeah, Thiago Silva. That guy is older than
is older than William,
William.
and they signed him,
Know.
which is
But
true.
I'm just pity for that guy now. But I was telling my brother-in-law that if I'm Chelsea manager, I'm not going to beat Manchester City twice in a row. Now Manchester City will go into that Champions League final, and,
And they will be
and
ruthless.
they
They
will
know
be
now.
ruthless, man.
This
They
is
will be
Guardiola's first
ruthless.
chance winning it with Man City.
Winning
He
it
has
with Man City.
got to
Oh
the
my god.
final. He's not going to play. He is not joking. He's not joking around. His name is Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, is and if you look at if I was even telling my brother-in-law that if you look at every final Pep Guardiola gets to, he never lost.
He doesn't lose finals.
He doesn't lose finals. He always win.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, we'll see. I think the game is on Saturday.
yeah,
The
Saturday.
Champions
Yeah.
League final. So
Even
obviously,
my manager at work is asking me if I want come in house, come watch Champions League
go
final.
watch. Nice.
But I don't know yet, but I will see.
We'll see. And I'm sure it's one of the things that we'll talk about on the show next
Yeah,
week.
yeah, that's right.
Whatever
Yeah.
happens after that game.
Whatever happens, man. But we
Yeah,
see, we see.
we'll
I
see.
don't. To me, I don't really care who wins it because my brother-in-law support Chelsea, my wife support Manchester City, so I have to lean a little bit towards my wife.
See you as your wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm fine with Guardiola winning it. I think
Yeah,
he deserves it. He has
he
worked
deserves
so
it.
hard.
Yeah.
It would be so painful if he doesn't win it.
Mm,
And
mm,
I only wish that Leicester City did
mm-hmm.
not fumble in that last game of the season because
Season,
their
yeah.
fumbling allowed Chelsea to get into Champions League. So I can
Yeah, but
imagine if
the thing
Chelsea
be,
finish fifth and then they lose the Champions League final, it
yeah.
will be too
But
hilarious.
the thing be say, it kind of I kind of like it. At the same time, I don't like it. So I kind of like Tottenham beating Leicester for Arsenal not to be in that
Conference
that
League.
European Conference League. So now Arsenal doesn't have any like international trophy to kind of focus on, like Europa League or Champions League or Conference.
True.
We don't have any of that in them now. The only thing they need to focus on now is just the domestic cups and the Premier. They just need to finish as high as possible in the Premier League. So I'm looking at the first 10 game of next season. If this guy that is still learning his trade is not doing anything, even though if we lose 3 games on the first 10 game of the season, he needs to go.
I'm telling you.
It's
next
just what you
season
need to do.
there can't be any excuses because
It can be.
everybody's saying,
It
"Oh,
can be.
the players, he needs to get rid
We,
of the dead
we
wood."
have the players
This
now.
is his opportunity now,
Hmm.
right? If it comes and we're slow again next season, please
Hmm.
just save us from this wahala. You know,
I tell you, just
let's
save us,
enjoy
man.
football again.
Because this year they ruin Arsenal season, fan season completely.
You know,
You
they
know,
fully betrayed us this season. I can't even lie. As a
they
manager, as a
really did.
player, everybody
Mm,
just
mhm,
betrayers. But
mhm.
anyways, it's all good. I think it's a good time to wrap up the show now.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh, it's been an interesting show.
Hmm.
Everybody, let me bring back that show intro again, so everybody knows what show they're watching.
Hmm.
Tick tock, tick tock, time na money. Ori, me, check a shake yori. Lick it, come and take me away to the place of my desire. I don't wanna be late. Tori, undashe.
Yes, people. It is Lasgidi effect. It's Bemiga and MOSSYBOY hosting today. We couldn't have Tade and Akuma on the show today. And as you know, this is just a show, a bunch of Niger football lovers just bantering and debating about football generally and adding a bit of the Niger flavor to it with our local dialects. And This has been a pretty interesting show with MOSSYBOY and I. I'm sure if the other guys were on, we'd be going for 2 hours,
Hmm.
Well, it's been an interesting show. We've talked a lot about the Europa League final. We've talked a lot about Arsenal, and I hope everybody enjoyed the show. So yeah, Mossy Boy, do you have any final words?
No, I can't just wait for, like I said from the beginning, I can't just wait for the next season to start, and yeah, watch Europa League when it starts. But it's not international football is not my thing anyway. So
Oh well,
I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not supporting anybody at Europa. Whoever wins it wins it. So
Nadem
yeah,
Sabi, Nadem Sabi.
you know,
Uh, all right. Anyways, it's been a nice show. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Thanks, Mossy Boy.
that's right.
And I think we're out.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Cheers. Peace. Thanks.